this is the last set of challenges for Urban Sprawl in Trials Fusion. So it's Marina Mania. The first challenge, you gotta race that boat in the background. You can kind of see it, the big white lights glowing on it. The first challenge is called Abandoned Ship. It's to free a boat full of explosives to go blow that other boat up. It's kind of a time thing. Like I said, in the background you can see that boat trying to get ahead of you. And you want to get ahead of that and hit that rope right there. Tap it, pop, move for a little bit. You don't even have to. It just triggers a cutscene. What that does is set this boat free. Since you only have a certain amount of time, you have to get to it relatively quickly, so you can't lollygag. You cannot have the luxury of having a fault. Even with my time, I barely hit that boat. It looks like to me that I missed it. I guess I just got really lucky. But that one's relatively simple. Then just, watch the boat sink and wait for the challenge to pop up. It's going to take its time. It's going to tap the bridge. There we go. Alright, since we're already here, let's just jump for the second challenge, after the crash, of course. So for the next challenge, it's Climb-actic, Climb-actic. You gotta hold a wheelie for the duration of the rope, which is not in the water. I'm thinking a check, so it's for you guys. It's right there. Hold a wheelie on top of that. Anything with a wheelie, I'm really bad at. So, there's a couple mistakes, and I'm surprised I got it so quickly because it's a wheelie. So just, launch it, land your back tire, bump it up again, and boom. And since we're on the boat, the next challenge is Warp Zone. And if you guys don't happen to remember Warp Zone, I will remind you. This is Warp Zone 1. We're going for Warp Zone 2. On this pipe, you're supposed to rock forward, jump to the end, but if you go to the bottom, boom, you hit that. I could have actually made that first one, but I didn't realize that there's a little bit of dirt you can land on. So, you land down there, land it, stop, don't fall back in the water. See, you've got a little playroom, so it's not that big of a deal, not that hard. And here it is. Another Warp Zone. Except this one is so much harder. Look at that first jump. The hell? The reason this is so frustratingly hard for me is that I know what to do, but I can't seem to do it. You need to bunny hop and get your back tire at least on the bottom edge, and then you cruise up, hit the next jump, go through. So in my head, I know exactly what I need to do, but I can't seem to make my fingers tell the bike what needs to happen with it. And that's what's really frustrating about this. Man, I really hate boxes. But I try so hard, and this challenge is so hard. When I say that, I'm really looking forward to you guys making player-made content, this is one thing that I'm not looking forward to, because I know there's going to be some of you out there who's like, oh, no problem, I'm really good at trials. I'll make my first map just like this. A crazy, impossible jump right off the start. Don't do that. Don't be an ass, but don't do that. don't be that guy. I mean, I don't mind crazy ninja difficulty tracks. I understand the appeal. I like that they're I even like doing them, even though I have a really hard time doing them. But these fucking boxes. If there was if I had a little bit more runway, if it was a little bit closer, if it just wasn't this distance with that angle, with that big of a hole, I think I could do it. But God, is this so freaking just super frustrating? And I'm not gonna lie, I might have gotten a little frustrated at a point and hit B for a couple faults. I was nearing the amount of faults that I could have. You're only allowed 500 faults. There are a couple times I nearly got it. Not really, but almost. But just when I hit that fault, 499, it was amazing. I never would have expected that after that many fucking faults, that I would have faulted again and faulted out. Too many faults. Look at me, wedged inside my tire. Trials Fusion. Sometimes it's really frustratingly hard. But hey, look what happens when you explore. Way to go, Zerato.